So when the grading begun, I felt like both excited and I was also nervous because I knew it was going to be a big challenge. But I felt like I was optimistic and I felt if we worked together, we could overcome what had to be done. And essentially, as soon as we started, I didn't feel nervous anymore because we became, I noticed we linked together more than I thought we would, and we became more as one group. And especially when one of us or any of us was like slowing down or struggling or trying to keep up with the rest, we'd all go with their pace and make sure that we all go together. Just take it one at a time, not focus on what was to come, focus on putting 110% right there in the moment and to just give everything we've got to each bit. And it kind of made you forget about the whole process of what you've got next. We've got to do kicking, throwing, whatever. It just made you think we've got to do this now, got to get it done, we've got to do it as a team. Like it took away the nerves and it just made you more optimistic and like challenged how you could overcome obstacles and things like that. And yeah, I feel like a big part that helped us push through what was coming was working as a group and making sure that we kept looking at each other. So the eye contact, I feel like, was a very big point because if we didn't have eye contact, we couldn't go at the same pace as each other. We couldn't make sure that punches and kicks were at the same time. Couldn't make sure that we were all okay. And I feel like the eye contact made sure that, we regularly checked after each little bit, you're okay, Corey, you're okay, James, you're okay, Marty, Connor. And we all made sure that we were all okay. If we needed a drink, we took a bit of a drink, but we made sure that we kept going as a group and kept encouraging each other. When we reached the punching section, I basically understood immediately how synchronized everything needed to be and that we needed to establish some sort of system to make sure that we're all punching the pads at the exact same time because there were 5 of us and there were combinations with 10, 12 punches in them. We had to get each punch like at the exact time, exact pads all together whilst motivating, whilst counting, whilst being as loud as possible, whilst punching loud. And doing all that, we had to like make sure that we were all in a group together. So I feel like it really worked having us all like in a line, not spread out across the room, all in a line. We could all see each other. We could all make sure that we were all going as best as we could, punching as hard as we could, and making sure that we went as loud as possible. And I also feel like going as loud as possible kind of took away the pain that we were going through as well. Because I feel like at the start we felt the pain, we felt tired, we felt pressured, we felt, our legs were burning, whatever. But once we got through, once we became as a group, like towards around the beginning, maybe a third through, and we really understood what needed to be done, the pain like went away. I didn't feel any more pain. We just focused on being loud, being encouraging, and making sure that we weren't letting anyone else in the team down. And when we reached the kicking, I understood how important encouragement was because I felt I felt very tired and I felt like I couldn't really keep going. But then I saw James encouraging, especially everyone else being loud, everyone pushing through their adversity, and it just pushed me on and it pushed me to be loud, encouraging for everyone else as well. And again, it took away the thought of the pain, it took away the thought of what's next after this, and it just reminded us that we have to get this done and we need to put way more than 100% in every single thing that we do and focus at one thing at a time. Overall, I believe that as a team we overcame lots and lots of adversity, and basically I think that was because mainly we kept encouraging each other, we're very, very loud, we looked at each other. We've all been doing it for a very long time, so we had a passion to get this done. It wasn't like, don't know if I want this. We all definitely wanted the black belts, and they're right in front of us. Encouragement, you could keep seeing them all the time, and I feel like that really helped us and pushed us on, and as a team, we overcame it, and I don't think if if we were doing it individually, I don't think any of us would have done as well as we did.
Just for questions, what got you through the most challenging part of the grading?
The most challenging part of the grading was probably the kicking for me, and what got me through that was, again, being very, very loud, because I felt like if I didn't encourage, if I didn't count loud or anything, all I could think of was the pain, the how tired I was, the burning in my legs, whatever. Whereas if I kept being loud and I looked at everyone else and I saw how their encouraging helped me, I needed to keep encouraging, I needed to keep being loud, and that it took it away from my mind, it took away what I was doing. It made me think I need to help everyone else and make it easier for them because they're doing the same for me. And if we all do that, then we can all forget about what pain we're feeling, what pressure we're feeling, and we can just keep going until this is done.
What's the meaning of black belt for you?
Now the meaning of a black belt is a symbol to inspire others with, to me. So like walking around with it on after the grading, going tomorrow, seeing all the other students that we're teaching and people like that, I think it encourages them a lot and inspires them to do the same. So it's because for many of the white belts and orange belts, they know it's a long way in the future before they'll have the opportunity to go for a black belt grading, and it inspires them to remind themselves that they can do it, and no matter how hard it can be, if they put their mind to it and they focus and they work as a team, they can get through what they need to do. So I think it's a symbol that inspires others.
Is that meaning different to you before the grade, before that?
Yeah, definitely. Before the grading, I thought it was more a symbol of how long you've been doing it for and your skill for others to see. But now I know it's more about others seeing it and getting inspired from it, and them being able to do the same as you and inspire even more people.
That's the black belt is?
Black belt is a symbol to inspire others with.